Welcome to our tutorial on building augmented reality messaging apps. In this video, we're going to explore how to create a messaging application infused with AR features. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a solid understanding of AR concepts, how to use AR frameworks, and integrate messaging functionalities. Let's get started. First, let's outline the key components of our AR messaging app. We'll need to set up the following: an AR framework, a messaging service, and a user interface. For this tutorial, we're going to use Unity as our AR framework and Firebase for handling the messaging backend. To begin with, make sure you have Unity installed. You can download it from the official website. Create a new project by selecting 3D and give it an appropriate name, such as AR Messaging App. Once your project is set up, let's move on to integrating AR functionalities. To add AR capabilities to our Unity project, we need the AR Foundation package. Go to Window-Package Manager, search for AR Foundation, and click Install. In addition, install AR Core XR plugin or ARKit XR plugin based on your target platform. With AR Foundation installed, let's set up our first AR session in Unity. In the hierarchy, right-click and create an empty game object. Name it AR Session. Right-click again and create another empty game object titled AR Session Origin. This will help in managing the AR space more effectively. Next, attach the AR Session component to the AR Sessions game object. Select the game object, go to the Inspector panel, click Add Component, and search for AR Session. Now we need to set up the AR Session Origin. This game object will control how we view AR content. Add the AR Session Origin component to it. You'll also want to add a AR Camera component to this game object. After adding the components, let's configure the AR Camera. Select the AR Camera under the AR Session Origin game object and set its position to 0, 0, 0. Make sure to tweak the field of view to give it a more immersive experience. Next, we want to ensure our app can detect planes in the AR environment to place messages. To do that, we will add AR Plane Manager to our AR Session Origin. This will help us in handling plane detection dynamically. To visualize detected planes, let's create a prefab for the plane. You can create a simple plane in Unity, apply a transparent material to it, and save it as a prefab. After that, assign this prefab in the AR Plane Manager component under Plane Prefab. Now let's get into setting up Firebase for our messaging system. First, go to Firebase console and create a new Firebase project. Make sure to enable Firestore database, which will allow us to store messages. Once your Firebase project is created, you can add your Unity project to it by selecting Add App and choosing Unity. Follow the provided instructions to download the Google Services.json file and add it to the Assets folder of your Unity project. Now let's install the Firebase Unity SDK. You can find the SDK on Firebase's official website. Download the Unity packages, unzip them, and import the necessary packages into your Unity project. Once the SDK is imported, we need to initialize Firebase in our project. Create a new script named firebaseinit.cs. In this script, we will initialize Firebase services like this. Now we'll create our messaging functionality. First, let's set up a method to send messages to our Firestore database. We will create another script, messagingservice.cs, and handle message sending within it. Next, let's create a method to retrieve messages from Firestore. We'll implement this in our messagingservice.cs script as well. With the Firebase setup done, let's integrate AR functionality. We'll create a script called ARMessagePlacer.cs that will manage the placement of messages in the AR environment. The idea is to allow users to place their messages on detected planes. To allow users to interact with the AR environment, we will implement touch input. We'll modify ARMessagePlacer.cs to include touch detection so that when a user taps on a plane, a message prefab can be placed. Now, let's go back to the user interface to allow users to send messages. Create a simple UI using Unity's UI system, a text field for inputting messages, and a send button for submitting them. Next, let's implement the button's on-click event to call our messaging service to send the user's message. We'll add this functionality in our UI script. As users send messages, We should also retrieve and display the messages in the AR environment. We can modify our AR message placer script to collect incoming messages and instantiate corresponding game objects. Now that we have everything set up, let's run our application and see how it performs. You'll want to connect your device and deploy the app to test real-world functionality with AR messaging. Once your AR messaging app is running, you can place messages in the physical world by tapping on detected planes. Each message you send should appear at the location you define in AR space. In summary, we've built a fully functional AR messaging app from scratch. We integrated AR Foundation for augmented reality capabilities, Firebase for messaging, and Unity's UI system for user interaction. This project serves as a foundational understanding of AR applications. Feel free to build upon this. Thank you for watching our tutorial. I hope you learned a lot about building AR messaging apps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the resources in the description. Keep coding, and see you in the next video.